yourselves on, if you could please keep yourselves on mute while the speakers are talking. And if you've got any questions, feel free to pop them into the chat and we'll do our best to answer them. We've got a dedicated time towards the end of Matt's talk to have a free question and answers. So please feel free just to write them down and we'll get to them if we haven't covered them off during the talk. And with no sort of further ado, excuse me, I would like to introduce you to our wonderful speakers. First of all, Catherine. And so Catherine Devenold is Sweet Louise CEO. So she's going to officially open the webinar for us. And then we have the wonderful coach, Matt, who is a really experienced personal coach and trainer who's given his time to us tonight to be here and help us all feel really motivated. So thank you very much, Matt. And to May Ahiro, who is our challenge leader, who you've probably seen on email, who sends lots of emails and texts and things. So this is lovely May. And May's going to talk to you a little bit about fundraising and some of the resources and tools that we have available to help you so you're feeling really comfortable again at the beginning of May to really get into walking and fundraising. So, but before I hand over to Catherine, I just want to say a huge thank you and acknowledge everyone for stepping out with us this May. You were all amazing. We simply can't do the work that we do without people out there fundraising and donating, and it makes a massive difference to the women with incurable breast cancer that we support. So thank you all so very much. And now I'm going to hand to Catherine.
Thanks, Kathy. Yeah, welcome to everybody and thank you. I will just start with the Te Reo greeting and karakia before moving on. Inga mana, inga reo e rau rangatira maa, tēnā koutou katoa. Inga mate, haere, haere, haere atura. Inga iwi, kua hui hui mai nei, tēnā koutou. Inga manuhiri, nau mai haere mai ki tēnei hui. So just a welcome to everybody and thank you for attending this hui. First time that we've done anything like this. So I'm super excited to hear what certainly Coach Matt has got to say and to really get motivated to start this challenge. I find there is something really powerful about a group of people getting together and just showing up for each other, but also in this case for others that you don't even know or might not have met. So, you know, taking steps to do a 50K challenge, I mean, it really is something quite impressive. And the women that we support in the community, you know, are facing one of the hardest challenges of their lives. So to walk with them while they face their terminal breast cancer diagnosis really is incredible. So thank you so much for signing up to join us. So we exist, Sweet Louise, to support women with an incurable breast cancer diagnosis, to help them to feel supported so that they're not alone going through their journey, and literally at the minute walking with them every step of the way. And I am really looking forward, as I said, to hearing some inspiration that Coach Matt has got for us and some tips to stay safe and well while we're out there, and certainly as the weather changes. But it really is much more about the support that we are giving to others and working together as a community to really rally everybody through this challenge. Most of us sadly will know someone who has been affected by breast cancer, you know, a sister, a friend, a neighbour. There's far too many of them out there. And so to be able to walk with them, raise funds and provide support that we do really is wrapping them in something very special and practical support that really will make a massive difference to their quality of life. So the money that you will raise through this challenge will go directly to the women that we support. We provide member meetings, a sense of belonging and a community, a connection with others going through the same thing, which really is very special to them. some practical and financial support, which might be cleaning the house, providing meals, just enabling them some funding for transport so they can get to their medical appointments, of which there will be hundreds, sadly. So every single Sweet Louise service we provide is at no cost to the member, and we can only do that because of the fundraising and the campaigns like this that we and you as a community get involved with. So when it does get a little tough, a little cold, a bit wet, there's plenty of that going around Auckland today for sure. There are going to be moments where it's going to get hard. So let's just remember that we are a community and we're doing it for those women, and not necessarily for ourselves. You know, that act of walking together side by side, alone, as it were, laughing, enjoying the scenery, and really remind yourself of, I mean, it's just such a wonderful thing that you're doing, getting behind them. So thank you ever so much for getting involved.
Thank you, Catherine. It's really great to hear a little bit more about what Sweet Louise does. And now for the star of the show, Coach Matt, who's going to give us some fantastic insights and tips from all his experience. So over to you, Coach Matt.
Oh, thank you, Kathy. Well, I must admit, just hearing Katrin just talk, that was inspiring enough for me. I think that's what, if that doesn't sort of rack you up, make you want to get out there and do something straight away, and know that you're doing such a positive thing, to be helpful and supportive. I think that's it. I'll try and give you us all some advice that hopefully a few little things will land with you and can be useful over the coming month. Um, as a brief introduction, I don't know if it's needed, but I just thought understand the person who's talking. So my name's Matt. I'm a husband, a father of two, now an owner of a puppy. That's another story. I do coach running and exercise over the years, but it's often broader than that. It's helping people usually do something new, something scary, something they haven't done before where there's uncertainty. And an amazing challenge like walking 50 Ks, which I know walking's pretty natural, most natural thing we do, is 50 Ks can be quite, it can be not worrying, concerning. When you're trying to fit that into our already busy lives, I think that will be the big thing for most of us. We can see, oh, it's exciting, we can do it, we can get the support, but how do we actually mean that at the end of May 31, we've done that, our part, um, and then we can go to the fundraisers and happily take the money to bring to Sweet Louise. So, and sadly, like far too many others, I've been affected by cancer. Both my parents have passed from incurable cancer. So I love the idea of being able to do something to support a charity that is trying to help people who are going through that journey. Um, yeah, so lovely to be here. That's enough from me. I've been given 25 minutes to talk. I don't want to do that because my voice isn't that amazing. So I've got three topics. We talked and have made them all M after my name. So motivation, movement, and momentum, because that's really it. The motivation thing to start with. Motivation's important when you're setting any sort of goal or challenge. You look to motivate what's going to actually motivate you. If you can find that why, you hear about that quite a bit these days. There's TED Talks on it, but the why is really important. If you've ever had to do any, if you've had any challenge in your life, which we have, the thing that keeps you grounded, attaches to your purpose, as we're talking about tonight, is that why. It makes the effort you're putting in a priority. It gets you out the door, which we're going to have to do over the next month. And those extra steps or those little sacrifices that inevitably we'll need to do, going to bed early, missing something, maybe a social thing, just to make sure we can meet up with someone and go for a walk. It's those things. If you've got the why, if you're just reconnecting with the purpose, our motivation for this challenge, speaking on everyone's behalf, and this course, have no doubt is going to be highly personal and deeply meaningful to all of us. And we'll all have our own personal reasons. There's a real strength and with that deep personal connection, so that's going to give us our why. Um, it's going to help you when you are tired, when it's cold, dark, as Katrin said, when we have too much on our plates. because we're all busy people. I know we've all had to make some sacrifices or shift the night around to make sure we could make this. So good on us all for starting. This is the start. And I'll talk later on about the little small steps that'll build the momentum. So this is another positive moment, meeting with like-minded people, feeling positive about doing something really good for people and a cause that needs it. So that's going to help you stay attached to the challenge as we go through. Um, Even though we have a personal reason, we have a better chance of getting it done, getting this challenge completed, and enjoying it if we try not to do it alone. So, all the social Facebook, the emails, the texts we're getting, all of that is going to help keep us connected, and it'll take the mental strain off too. It'll help us go out the door to get that extra walk in. Yeah. So let others' motivation also give you a lift, a push, or even just company. Yeah, so that's what I was going to say. So it doesn't just have to be a personal thing, though it will be deeply personal, I'm sure. If you are comfortable sharing your goal, then do this with people who get it. So some people are comfortable with social media and Facebook and love to share things. Do that if that's a positive for you. But otherwise, look around, friends, family who understand you, tell them. You only might need one person in your life who understands that you're doing this challenge. They might not even understand why you're doing the walking, but they know that the cause is important to you and they'll be there. They'll be a buoy for you as you go through this. And the last thing I was going to say on motivation was and I'm trying to do this more myself. If you're the journaling type of person, then you already know that reflecting on what we're doing um, helps so much. It helps you connect with your challenge, cause, or other things in day-to-day life. If not, give it a try. This is what I've done. I've started with gratitude reflection every night, and I'm finding that keeps me more in a positive headspace. I see that the day hasn't just been as tough as it feels when you're tired at the end of the day. So it's a mini reward for the effort you've put in. When you start, if you're starting to journal gratitude of your walks, of the fundraising, of being connected to the cause, you're going to feel more positive and start to celebrate the process. Process sounds very clinical. So that's the first part is the motivation, the why we're doing this. I think everyone actually has a deep knowledge of that. Now, the approach to exercise, it's actually really easy. My 9-year-old told me today, as we were going through Rebel Sport, that it's just going to take 25 minutes a day. So that's all we need to worry about. I had to tell him that we all have full lives, so we're going to tackle the challenge a little differently. Some people are going to have time to be able to do 25 minutes a day and it'll just tick away. And by the end of 31 days, they will have done over 50 kilometers. That's lovely. But for the rest of us, we're going to be squeezing it in blocks. We're going to do maybe bigger weekend work. Um, we might jump off the bus a little early, walk some Ks in, some little tricks like that, so we can find ways to fix it in. I was going to ask if there's anyone out there in the participants who's just going to do it in one go, just one 50K walk, power walk for 10 hours. No one. I didn't think so. Not from the people's faces I can see. Maybe there is, why not? Um, so what I was going to say is your body is going to like you doing it little and often. So as you're starting to think about the 31 days of May, just think little and often to start with, especially if you're new to exercising that regularly. Consistency is going to be your key. And if you can just start ticking off a walk of some sort every day or every couple of days, you're going to be surprised how much you start putting in the bank. Um, and we all know the exercises that we like doing or how much exercise. Some people um, are not going to enjoy going out in public, walking along the waterfront with hundreds of people around. Fine. So find a lovely bushwalk, a trail walk around Auckland. Go early in the morning, go late at night. You might find different options. As we come into winter, there's safety as well too. So I'm always advocating go with a friend, a group of friends. So that's positive there. We're also talking about exercising with confidence and kindness. That's for our body. So rest when you're feeling like it. Um, we're all approaching this in different ways, and it's about how our body is dealing with it. I might not be as fit as Kathy right now. She might be able to do more Ks. So I'm not going to compare myself with her. If I need a rest, it's usually because my body is a bit tired. Maybe it's exercise tired, and it actually needs the rest. So it's saying you've done something good. Give me some time to repair, rebuild, and I'll come back a bit stronger for you. So don't be afraid of having rest along the way, and it's the kind way to do it. It can be tricky because I often coach people who love running, like doing ultra marathons, these extreme events. Um, they really enjoy it and almost need the exercise. So you might find as you go through this, you really enjoy the walk, or you get concerned about the challenge and making sure you're hitting every walk you want to do. That can be tough, to sort of step away from that and know that actually you need to be kind to your body. You want to know that at the end of this, you're going to be in a better state. So just sharing it with other people too, they can give you a bit of perspective. Okay, so that's sort of my thoughts on our approach. In May, there's 4 weeks really. There's a few days before, but if it starts on a Monday, you've got a few days to practice. And then you've got your 4 weeks, 12.5 kilometers a week. If you start to break the big May down into some smaller chunks, that's going to help. You can celebrate each week as you go through and tick that off. I find if you start off small like that, the momentum will build, and I'll talk about that as that sort of sticking to the goal later on. Some practical things, I thought I'll just rattle off some bullet points that these might be useful. You might go, I do all this. Great, tick. It's a nice reassuring tick list, checklist. Otherwise, you might think, oh, okay, that's useful. I know if I'm going to if I'm going to walk over 30 minutes, I should take some water with me. If I'm going to be out for an hour, I should take a little bit of food or electrolytes. So there can be some, if you really are enjoying the walking and you say, okay, each Sunday I'm going to do a 2 or 4 hour walk with some friends. We're going to go through the Waitakaris or somewhere like that. Then it does become a bit more of a hike and a physical challenge too. So it's not just the walk you've been enjoying maybe around the domain. So do think about that. I tell everyone wear comfortable shoes and socks and clothing. Think of yourself as an athlete. We are for the month of May. We're taking on a 50K challenge. So wear clothes that you can sweat in and work out in and that are built for purpose. It can be an excuse to go and buy yourself a new outfit if you want, but you don't have to. You can just use some, sporty t-shirt and shorts around the home. Um, I was going to say some people, if they haven't been exercising or walking and are not sure of their limits, take your bus card with you, do an out and back. If you know you have to walk half an hour, walk 15 minutes, turn around, and then come back. Maybe don't get too ambitious. Have a look at a map and think, oh, I'm going to go all the way around Tamaki Drive, come back up this beautiful walkway. It might look great on paper, but you may have bitten off a bit too big. Start out small, build your confidence. I've noticed on my bullet points, I've got walk with others, it makes time fly. You'll be surprised if you can convince a friend that their catch up that you're doing each month or each week could be a walking catch up. You will get your exercise, you'll get your kilometers for the charity, and you'll get a great catch up. You'll feel good at the end. I was going to say, vary your walks too. Same can often drive people nuts. It does me. So I'm always looking for something different. Um, and a great way to see the city we live in. So change the scenery. If you're getting a bit bored with walking, say hi to every other walker and exerciser you see. You'll be surprised how quiet and everyone keeps themselves, and they'll be shocked. It's a little bit of fun. Maybe I don't know the crowd yet. I shouldn't have maybe started with that, but I always have a bit of fun with it. Yeah, and little tricks like it's really good and healthy for us if after dinner, I certainly don't have the time, but to go for a walk, it helps the digestion, settles you into a sleeping pattern a lot better, but that can be a sneaky way to get 10, 15, 20 minutes, even half an hour of walking in, and that's going to get through your Ks quite quickly. Get off the bus or train early, walk the kids to school. They might love that or hate that. More or less time with you. So that's sort of the how we get it done. It's everyone will have a different approach. Have a look at your month, see what's going to fit in. But if you can just, so I think I said there's 4 major weeks and there's a few days. There's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday before. I'd start on the Friday, the 1st of May, get out there and do something. You're not trying to knock the whole thing off, but just start banking all those Ks away. And then you won't feel pressure. You want to enjoy this process. I think the last point I was going to make about building momentum and sticking with it, I've said success is actually going to be enjoying the process. This is a challenge, yes. We don't want it to feel like another chore that we're putting on ourselves. We're doing something positive, that we feel we can do, that we're going to want to do and achieve and finish. So yeah, let's approach it positively. The small wins I was talking about before come from just planning out the wins and or the week. And every time you get some kilometers under your belt, you're going to feel good about it. And yeah, and back to the consistency, it's not usually just that one big walk that is going to make or break this whole challenge for you. It's going to be just sort of turning up, getting out there, staying active. Oh, and then this shows my age. Star charts. So I know May's got some snazzy tech, but I find star charts really helpful. I get my old calendar out and I put ticks every time I get out there and go for a walk or a run. It's wonderful looking back, especially if you're getting mid-March or mid-May jitters, I should say, mid-month jitters. You can look back and see, oh, look, I have done a lot of walking. This is good. I can do this. It's reassuring that you've got this. Because things are going to pop up. No one's plan, I imagine, is going to go 100%. That's fine because we're all pretty adaptable. We've done pretty well to get here today, haven't we? And as I was saying, by doing that, you can celebrate your weeks too. That momentum happens and just starts or reconfirming what you're doing is the right thing. Um, yeah, earlier with respect to motivation, I said share your goal and challenge. Definitely do this with the people. I think I said friends and family. Do this with people that are important to you and that understand that this challenge is important. Tell them that you're going to be doing this in May and that they might need to expect a little less from you, or maybe they can help. And I imagine they will feel good about being there for you too. You're only asking for a month, you're not asking for everything. So that's sort of my thoughts on it. I think we'll all be able to do it. I think tying into the community and the group will help get the day to day done. We've got a really strong why and a really strong personal purpose and some great people around us. So I think we can all have a break from my voice, but happy to answer questions at the end.
Oh, thank you, Matt. That was awesome. It's great tips there and great motivation too. And I know I've done the walk for a few years now, and I mean, I absolutely love to walk with girlfriends, and that becomes our social outings across the month of May for sure. Because we walk and talk, and then you do not notice that you're actually walking, and that's instead of having a coffee or something like that, we just go for a walk, and I find that's really helpful. Apart from when it rains. And then sometimes I'm walking by myself with the dog. But thank you. And we will have like if you want to put any questions for Matt into the chat, we will answer some questions at the end. But I would like to pass over to May, who's going to talk to us a little bit about some fundraising tips and tricks.
Okay. Um, Hello, everyone. So,
Hi,
for
May.
those that have just come through, my name is May, and you've probably seen a lot of my face in all the emails, and you've seen my name in all the text messages. So that's me. I'm here to share with you a couple of tips. And, aside from the walk being a challenge for some, sometimes technology can even be more challenging. So maybe the walking is the easy part, the technology is not. So hopefully, what I'm going to share might help. And we've tried our very best to provide the team with some more tools over time. What Kathy is saying is we've done this a couple of years now, and we're also trying to improve ourselves. And I am going to try and share my screen. Is everybody seeing my screen? Are you seeing the walk screen?
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
see that, May.
Okay, hang on. But now I'm not seeing that screen. Oh, screen sharing is paused. Okay, hang on. I'm just having a bit of a. So which screen are you seeing? It's the walk screen, isn't it?
We can see the resources page on the website. So we're looking at the challenge tracker.
Okay, here we go. So on the Walk 50K website, if you go walk50kthismay.nz, we've got what we call resources at the top. And this is what Coach Matt was saying. We've gone old school as well. We've got a calendar, like a tracker you can download and you can print that. And you can mark daily how much you've walked. And we've got a little bit of motivation in there to help you, be reminded of your purpose and just some more tips and tricks about fundraising and how you can get going with your walking. So the idea is we're trying to help you smash your fundraising and your walking goals. So if you don't have it yet, go on to resources and click on download, and you can print from there. It's a PDF, and it's quite cool. It's very colorful. We had someone who shared with us that she's um, done a couple of copies, put on our fridge on by her door, just to remind her that oops, I need to walk today. So there you go. We've also got a few tiles like sharing, journaling, as Coach Matt has shared. You can use some of the resources here that you can digitally share to your friends. Let them know if you're on Facebook. Here we have a few Facebook tiles that you can use. We've got Instagram as well, some story tiles, and even in terms of emails, you can use an email banner if you want to share that with your friends, but also some sample text. We've made it as easy. You can just copy um, the email invite in here. There's two samples that you can click, and you can just copy and paste um, and put your fundraising link. Or if you're not the emailing kind and you're more SMS savvy, we've also got a few SMS versions in here that you can use. Um, we've got a couple of Facebook images, some posters. So this is really cool when you want to share with your colleagues at work. So you can download some of the posters, put them in the pantry, put your fundraising link in there, and get everybody talking about your walking goals. Now, outside of the resources, we've also prepared what you call a how-to hub. So underneath resources, you click onto that. Some of the questions we get is, how do I share my page? So we've got it in here, um, a walkthrough, a step by step. You can read through this one. And if you, sometimes we might forget, you've done it the first time, but then how did I do that again? I kind of forgot. So just go on to the resources, and then hover over the word resources, and you'll find how to hub. So many thanks to our teammates, Charlotte and Amy, who's done this walkthrough. So we've got how to share your page. Um, so this is just follow through the instructions here, how to create a post on Facebook using your fundraising page. Um, and it's even got some images it's a really good guide to know which step you're on. So ideally, if you're sharing your page, it will look something like this on Facebook with your name. And if you've placed a photo, it will have your photo. on there as well. Okay. And how to find the URL for your fundraising page. Again, you missed to save the link to your page. You can just go into uh, the the URL. Sorry, you just go into your dashboard, and it will have um, a copy of your page link, and you can either copy the link or click on the icon that says share, Facebook share, and you'll be able to share your link via those different pathways. The other one is how to add your activity. So a lot of the walkers have asked us, do we really need to use Strava? The quick answer is no. If you've got a Fitbit, if you've got your Samsung Health, whatever existing um, fitness tracker that you have, make use of what you already have. Strava is only because it's linked. It can be linked directly to your page, so you don't have to manually log them. But some of the walkers want to differentiate between their usual walk, which is measured also if you link Strava, but they want to do on top of their daily walk. So, which is why manually logging your kilometers also works. So, once again, it's a very detailed walkthrough on how to log your kilometers. And just as a reminder, so a good number of participants have already logged their kilometers, linked their Strava, but just a friendly reminder that on the 1st of May, everybody's kilometers will reset to zero.
Mm.
Because people have been asking, oh, why have people started and they've already done 100 Ks? I thought everything is in May. So you are correct. A lot of people only have started practicing, and what Coach Matt is saying, they're starting to build up because some of them may have ambitious goals of doing 50 Ks in one go. So they're using April or March as their training weeks or months leading to the big walk. Um, and so, again, a reminder, everybody's kilometers will reset to zero. Um, so that's how you log your kilometers. We've got also here connect with Strava, adding your kilometers manually, as I mentioned, and then how to edit your profile, add your address, t-shirt size, and more. So this is very exciting. We've got a good number of incentives and rewards. So some of you may have already received your pair of socks or even your Sweet Louise t-shirt. The great news about the merch is when you're wearing them, please wear them with pride because you deserve it. And a lot of our members have sent us feedback that when they do see people walking in their Sweet Louise t-shirt, they feel supported. So it's, you're out there walking for the women that we support and they appreciate it greatly. So this is again a walkthrough. You can edit your address and your t-shirt size by logging into your dashboard. What else do we have? Oh, this is exciting. Inviting people to join your team. As Coach Matt mentioned, everything is easier when you've got company. So they can, you may invite your friend for a catch up, but what's better is you can have a friendly competition with your friends who can walk more and who can fundraise more. Or you can invite your colleagues or your organization, have a friendly competition with your workmates. I'm sure a lot of them would love that. So you've got some instructions here as well, how to invite people to join your team. I won't bore you with the details. So that's a lot of tips out there, but also a good reminder is if you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to approach the team. So we've got a few people in the team that you can email info@sweetlouise.org.nz or ring us at 0800 793 385. I'm ready for some questions.
That's great. Thank you, May. And once again, huge thank you to Katrin and to Coach Matt and May for sharing all those tips and motivation and inspiration, because I know it really is going to make a difference for the 1st of May. We will all be out there walking, I'm sure. But I would like to say now, if anyone has any questions they would like for any of us, for myself or Coach Matt, May or Katrin or any of the Sweet Louise team about our work, about fundraising, about exercise, motivation, please do send them through and ask now. Would anybody like to start off with a question? I think as it's not too big a crowd, I think you could probably take yourself off mute if you've got a question and put a hand up. And I can see a couple of hands up, which is fantastic. So thank you so much. I think Lisa, you've got your hand up. So I think do we take Lisa off mute or can you unmute yourself? I think Lisa.
Yeah, hi. Sorry, I don't know why the video is not working for me today. Can you hear me all right?
Yes, we can hear
Yes.
you. Thanks, Lisa. You go ahead.
Hi. Hi. I know obviously the whole idea is that, you build up your team and you can go walking with your team. For those of us who are not based in just one location, is there a way for us to connect in with literally all of the other teams across the country? So if we're going to go for a walk, that we can be meeting up with other people who also have the Sweet Louise t-shirts on. So we're not necessarily on the same teams, but we're all on the same big team. So is there a way for us to connect with people across teams across the Motu?
Yes, Lisa. So we have a private Facebook group,
Okay.
and it's amazing. And I know, some people don't really enjoy Facebook, but I have to say that is the loveliest community of people in that group. So supportive. And people do, oh, hello, you got the video. And people are already sort of starting to arrange perhaps that they might connect and do a group walk or walk in similar areas. We've got people over the entire country who get together and walk individually but together. And the Facebook group, because we are so spread out, it really does give you that sense of community as well and that shared goal which Coach Matt was talking about. So I would really encourage, if you haven't joined, and this is for everybody, the Facebook group yet, to do so. And it's
Okay,
just, if you
cool.
just
Thank you.
search Facebook and Walk 50K this May, if
Yeah.
otherwise you should have had the link for it in an email or on text message as well.
Okay, thank you. Is it like all in one thread so that it's all in one place on the Facebook group, or is it kind of
Yeah.
scattered across?
It's a private group, and in terms of where people are meeting up, I think
Oh, sorry, I mean in the group, is it all like one like comment thread, or is it like lots of different comment threads
there's
about
probably a
people
few
meeting up?
different comments. There is probably, it comes up quite regularly, and people sort of say,
Okay.
we've got one post actually about where people are based, and then that sparked quite a lot of conversation about where
Okay.
people are walking.
Okay, cool. Well, just I guess for everyone else on the call, hi, I'm bouncing across 5 different cities. So anyone in Queenstown, Dunedin, Christchurch, Wellington, or Auckland, hit me up.
Fantastic.
Cool.
And
Thank you.
Lisa, we are planning on the 1st of May, weather permitting, there's no cyclones or anything, that the Sweet Louise team will be out doing a group walk as well, just to kickstart. We usually go to the Auckland Domain and walk there. So anybody is welcome to come along and join us because we love to meet everybody in person as well.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for that.
And I think Charlotte's got her hand up. I think you've got a question, Charlotte.
I do. So I've got a question for Matt, for Coach Matt, please. Because I've done the walk before, and I know that I want to do a little bit of walking every day. And I know that's the way it's going to work for me, but I am based in cold, windy Wellington, and it's May, and there are so many days when the weather's awful, and I just think, not today.
Yeah.
And I want to know, how do I stop myself doing that? What do I do to swap that into actually just get out there and do it? Have you got any tips for
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. I would write your why on the fridge or something so you do see it.
Just
Yeah,
every
I've been there as well, or especially when you know you have to do it before work, so you're out in the dark. Um, yeah, so I give myself rewards. I would walk to a cafe, um, or a place where I could finish knowing I could get like a croissant and coffee and then walk home. So yeah, yeah, which yeah, being a bit too honest today, but yes, I would do that. Um,
I like
if
your
you've got
style, Matt.
friends, what was that?
I said I like your style.
Oh, why not? We've got to enjoy this is enjoying the process. Because that can be miserable, and you're thinking, especially if the week is looking hard. Um, I'm a bit different, I've found over the years. I like running up hills, and I also don't mind going out if it's hosing down with rain. You put a raincoat on, and it's sort of you and nature, and it's sort of as long as you don't go for too long. I think there's a tipping point where you suddenly start to feel miserable. But 20, 30 minutes, you'll be able to get a couple of Ks in, tick that off. Um, the shower will feel fantastic. Breakfast will feel better. Everything will feel better in contrast to what you've just been through. But yeah, it does take a strength to do that, and usually I have to trick myself. So yeah, that's what I would do. Good luck, Charlotte.
Thank
That's
you.
brilliant.
Thank you.
Sorry.
We've got a couple of questions from the chat. So I think there was a question and Coach Matt has responded to recommendation on shoes. I would recommend shoes that feel comfortable. Don't worry about features. Looking at walking or running shoes in Asics, as I have wider feet.
Good for New Zealand feet. I've lived over in Europe, and you can't get shoes for wide feet. So yeah.
Yeah, and I think also some shops can measure your
Mm.
actual, like your sizing and also the type of, oh, now I don't know what I'm
No,
saying,
you've
but
got it, mate.
yeah,
That's exactly right. Yeah.
yeah. Um, so thank you for that. Another question was from Josh. I would like to meet with someone in regards to my group, please. I think we've received your text, Josh, wanting to create a group. So we'll send you an SMS and hopefully the team will contact you tomorrow if that's fine. We'll give you a ring. I'll send you an SMS, and so you get our number, and we can chat with you about creating your team. There's a question about when do we get the t-shirt? So, and two people have asked. So we provide incentives. So the moment you reach the $300, so first the $100 milestone, we send you a pair of socks, and if you reach $300, we send you your t-shirt. You don't even have to, if you've given us your address, we send out via courier, and a good number have already received their t-shirts. I hope that has answered the question. Um, Apologies if this has been asked. When we start receiving donations, do they go directly to the Sweet Louise account? Yes, absolutely, it does. It goes directly to the Sweet Louise account when they do that online. And so there's no handling of cash from your end. And your supporters, the people who have sponsored you, the moment they hit submit within a minute or two, they also receive a donation receipt that they can then bring to IRD for their tax rebate for their donation. Um, is there any tips on how to go about fundraising, or do we just share the link on social media? Um, Sharing your link and your why as to why you're doing your fundraising and updates on where you are at with your walking. Post as often as possible because there's a lot of noise in on Facebook or on Instagram. But the best thing is to directly ask people like, hey, I'm doing this. Would you be willing to sponsor me? Um, that would be, the the most effective way is to ask directly. And the only thing that people will say is, I'm sorry, I can't, or they would. And you just never know who's going to sponsor you. People who've done this in the past were quite surprised when they do post on their Facebook pages openly. They get donations from people they haven't met in 30 years, 20 years,
Mm.
because the cause is also they have a strong connection to the cause. So you just never know who's going to donate. And once people donate, please um, say thank you to them, and they would appreciate that. Anyone in Toranga keen to catch up and walk in coffee? If you're a member of the Facebook group, please post it on there. Maybe more people might say, yep, hit me up. I'm in Toranga. I do believe we've got a few people who've already signed up from there. Um, I'm in Auckland, definitely keen for another walking buddy, Lisa. Yep, there you go. And once again, if you're in Auckland and if you're near the domain, you can join the team. We will be posting that on Facebook. Oh, keen to walk with others in Wellington. Charlotte, grab Charlotte to make sure she gets out of her door. Oh, there you go. Tower Wellington. I'm always walking, keen for some company. Thank you, David. Was there anyone who's raised their hands? Is there a spiel used for businesses in regards to their biz being able to claim back through IRD? Ah, this one, Kathy. I'm not sure.
Um, I am top of my head. I don't think we have anything prepared, but we can definitely do something for you if that's helpful to
Yeah.
talk to a business or an employer. And I mean, they will probably know about because they're able to claim back 30% as well. So they will probably know that they can do that for sure.
Mm,
Interesting, some businesses offer to match donations as well. So if you're working for a bigger employer, it's definitely worthwhile talking to your HR team and see if there's any incentives like that because it's really beneficial for employers as well for them to have a healthy and active workforce as well. So ask if they're offering any match, for every dollar you raise that they'll put in a dollar as well. We had one company that did that last year and they were thrilled with the result because they had all of their employees that were usually quite sedentary out walking at lunchtime and thought that productivity increased, their happiness increased, and really it didn't really cost them that much money to do it either. So it's a bit of a win-win situation there.
Yeah, thank you, Kathy. If you're wanting links to that in some text, please let us know. We can send you by email. You can email the team at info@sweetlouise.org.nz, so we can forward you that, as well as that story about companies who've done matching. That might inspire your employer. Yes, please. Yes.
Okay.
David had a question. This is my first time. How long has this been running? So we've started in 2003, and so this is now our fourth year of doing this, and we hope to make this our best year yet. Every year we have more people joining. So last year we had 4,400 people walking across the Motu, and um, we mapped where people are based, and it's really great to see that the whole country is walking. But this year we're kind of hoping to have over 5,000 people coming and walking around the country. Yeah. Oh, the best question, Kathy. Can we raise more than our set goal?
Yes. And in fact, so this year, we've started, and we love this idea. We've called it the Walk of Fame, and so this is our VIP club for people that raise over $1,000 each. And so as soon as you hit that $1,000 mark, you enter into the Walk of Fame, and you'll get your very exclusive and one of a kind Sweet Louise medal at the end of the walk as a congratulations for that remarkable achievement. So yes, you can set your goal to whatever you like.
I already have a few people, well, quite a few people that are going to be donating, because I've been talking about it at work quite a bit. And it'd be great if work can get involved, because I work for a government agency that's quite big. So it's good to know about that question before about the match for match. So I'll talk to my chief on, pardon my voice. I went for a hike in the rain and I got sick. But that's what I will recommend is if it is raining, go for a bushwalk because at least you're a bit more covered. But anyway, I'll talk to my chief when I'm back to work and see if that's something that they'd be willing to do. Because quite a few officers that are know I'm doing this are going to be sponsoring me. So I already have, I'd say, a good portion of my goal hopefully already
Amazing.
sorted. So
Yeah, that's fantastic. Thank you. That's great. And all you can do is ask and raise and and see and the more you ask, the more support you get, the more people that know about it. Because one of the great things about the walk too, I mean, it is the money because we can't do what we do without the funds, but it's actually getting people out and being active. And it's also raising awareness of the women that we're here for, of incurable breast cancer, of breast cancer. And every time you're out walking and you're having a conversation with somebody and they see your t-shirt and ask what you're doing, all of that really does make a huge difference.
yeah,
We're only a little organization, and I just cannot express how grateful we are for everybody for their involvement and commitment to other New Zealanders with incurable breast cancer.
fantastic.
Yeah. And I guess do we have any, was that our final questions, or do you think that we might need to sort of start to close? If you
Mm,
have got any questions, just remember you're not alone. Like we've got the lovely Sweet Louise team here, and there is more than May, even though everything does come from May. And look, we're really here to support you every step of the way and answer any questions or be of any help that we can. So please do reach out. You can email. The Facebook group is great as well. And what's awesome about the Facebook group is that we've had a few people that have been doing this year after year now for the last 4 years, and they're experts and they help to answer the questions as well because they're really encouraging. It's a lovely supportive community. So please, if you need encouragement or any help, reach out to us on email, phone, or in the Facebook group. And I think I just would like to, Catherine, are you going to do a close as well? Is that?
Sorry, I missed that.
Pardon?
I missed what you said then, sorry.
Are you, I was just going to sort of say on behalf of everyone, thank you so much to from all of Sweet Louise to everybody for coming tonight and for your time. Special thanks to Coach Matt. And I just wanted to know, are you going to close with a karakia or and we'll probably close after that. But thanks very much, everyone.
Yes, thank you, as
Thank
Kathy
you.
said, and to Kathy and May as well for all the hard work behind the scenes. And I think you've already taken the hardest step, which is to sign up and commit, because there is so much support out there now with the group and the community that you're a part of. We will get through this. There will be harder days, but yes, small steps, and we'll just keep going. So, kua mutu a mātou mahi mō tēnei wā. Manakitia mai makatoa o mātou hoa o mātou whānau aio ki te awarangi. Good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Thanks
Good night.
so much.
Thanks.